Rachel Anne MacGillivray is a textilist, a maker of many mediums. She grew up in Glengarry County, Ontario, where at the age of 5 her mother taught her to sew. This planted a seed that would one day grow into a passion. Upon graduating from high school, MacGillivray left her family farm to do a degree at Ryerson University in fashion design. She continued her studies at the Brunswick College of Craft and Design, where she graduated with a Fine Craft Fibre Arts diploma. And by combining her practical training with a variety of materials, she has become a valued instructor at the college. It has been my privilege to interview Rachel about her creative process, studio practice, and her ever-growing adoration for textiles.
I really think that myself and my life is as cheesy as it sounds about being a textiles ambassador. I really believe in the virtue and beauty of textiles and handmade, and helping, bringing other people into that. But I think in terms of being inspired, oh my god, I need to make this thing right now. For me, it's really materials and technique based. And so I'll get a raw fleece with a sheet that I just fall in love with, and I'm like, yes, I need to make this into this really rough textured yarn, and it needs to be a rug. That's how that needs to live. I want to work with this right now. So the feeling of being inspired, this is something that I don't think, really contemplated before, but is a really sort of beautiful thing to actually think about, and it's probably different for everybody, but for me, it's just this need, a physical, spiritual, emotional need to make something and to bring it to life. I don't know, maybe that's what it's like when you're 9 months pregnant and you're like, just get this baby out of me. I'm just I just need to make this thing and see it come to life and work with it. So one of the things for me in terms of my process, one of the challenges with being a maker and keeping my creativeness alive is really, I'm terribly intimidated by it sometimes, because I don't see myself as being this fine artist. So sometimes that can kind of hold me back in terms of experimenting, and even just coming home at the end of the day and being tired and I'll do that tomorrow, I don't have enough energy to do this whole thing. And so I really found myself, when I started teaching, not spending enough time on my own practice, which was really emotionally, spiritually, physically hard on me. And so I decided to try this thing where for 66 days, just a random number, I would make every single day. And so at first it was really hard, and I would come home and I would just be like, I don't know what to do. Okay, I'll take a piece of cloth and I'll, stitch some knots into it. Or, but even that was really great because there were all these little sample-y ideas, sort of things going around in my head, and this gave me the platform to just be like, that was kind of something I thought about, I'll just do that. And so even if I spent 5 minutes, that was legit, that counted. And it really was one of the most amazing experiences and things that I've ever done in terms of process and making work and everything. Because eventually it just got easier and easier and easier to integrate things into my daily life. Every day I make something and it feels great, it feels beautiful, I get to work with my materials, and also I'm learning from it and work is coming from it. So it really helps to keep that practice alive, and it really has helped me address one of the biggest challenges I have in terms of creativity and making things, is this idea of a blank canvas that is so terrifying, and I have so few of those now in my life, because I've not necessarily, okay, I have this idea and I have to start and finish it and execute it. It's I'm just gonna make something, and then those things build up, and then the thing eventually rises from that. So